Well, hello everyone. Hi, Unlimited Wisdom family and friends, my dear friends and members. I really appreciate you so much. So, hi Melody, hi Shelly, hi Dustin, hi Deborah Bronner, Deborah Grady, Jim, Lisa Marie, Coach Bob, Matthew, my lovely wife Terry, and the hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman. Now I know someone just jumped on or maybe changed their camera. Oh, Michael and Angela always like go all the way to like the top, right? So you star on here. And Craig, I'd like to turn it back to you just for a moment because it's Deborah Grady's birthday, and you're really good at always orchestrating that.
Whose birthday?
Deborah Grady.
Oh, that's why I see all of those birthday cakes falling down in the meeting chat. Gotcha. Hello, everybody. Deborah Grady, congratulations on another year and another trip around the sun. We look forward to having a lot more with you and to share our amazing community with you. And of course, that does mean that I need to unmute everybody so we can all sing our Zoom happy birthday to the birthday girl. So hang on a second. There we go. Everybody should be able to unmute themselves. Let's go ahead and get started on the count of three. One, two, three. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you.
Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
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 Happy
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 birthday,
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 dear
dear
Deborah.
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 Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
you.
you. Wow,
Woo!
wow,
Very
wow.
excited.
Wow, 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 wow.
Thank
Happy
you so
birthday,
much,
Deborah.
guys. I love you. I'll be listening, but my son is here to pick me up. We're getting ready to go celebrate, so
Well,
I'll
go
listen.
celebrate. Have a great day.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you
Love
too.
you too. Hang on, everybody, while we do the mute one more time so we can do our daily wisdom. Let's see.
Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome. And okay, hold on a second. There we go. Ready
Thank
when
you
you are
very,
now.
thank you very much. And hey, Corky Santa, thanks for jumping on here. And we also have Star. Well, who else? So Sandy, there she is. Yeah, I hope everybody say a quick vibration frequency prayer to Sandy for incredible, complete and speedy healing. Ah! Okay. Hi Arlene, thanks for jumping on here. Well, the first thing I want to say today, everyone, is just I keep each and every day. I feel like I'm 1,000% back to the excitement and the enthusiasm and the energy and frequency I need to build something huge. And then each day it's bigger. Each day it just ends up getting bigger. So today it was just amazing on where I think Unlimited Wisdom is going to go. And so the first thing I want to do is thank Sandy. Got to remember all the ones. Yeah, she's an inner circle member. Thank you very much. But also, what Sandy did, is she also donated $10, toward what we're going to do for children and animals. Melody did that, was the first to do that, and then Coach Bob today became a lifetime member. We're only doing 10 of them. That's a wisdom council, and we're doing 10 of those, and we're done. And what I also want to say on here is as we create levels and stuff like that, I want to, really do a shout out for Craig and Melody. We're going to make them legendary status. What it takes to be legendary status, you shouldn't ask. I'll just give it to you. So, legendary status is not only an amazing amount of incredible service, always giving, always being there, always thinking of them sometimes last. And some of the things that Melody and Craig have done for the Hollis family and the Hollis organization are ugh, it's impossible for me to have words to explain to them what kind of friends they've been. They're really really family of the Hollis organization, and I just thank you guys. I just want to everyone give them a hand and stuff. So when you look back there and you see legendary status, I just think that you guys should reach out and say, what did you do to get to the legendary status? And I know that we're going to continue to come up with more and more. Of course, it'd be impossible for us not to have Terry as legendary status, but me and Craig were talking at the beginning, and she's like, she'd be more like if you're watching the House of Dragons right now. She's actually the person that sits on the throne, with all the swords and everything. So I see Sandy just become a lifetime member. So Sandy, I don't know. So Matt, should we get refund her $49?
Yeah, I will. I'll do that right now. Thanks, Sandy. You're awesome.
Thank you, Sandy. So, and one of the things that I thought, Matt, that would be really, really cool is going back to my love first. She's not only the matriarch, but she really is the backbone and the heart of the entire company. She really, really, really is. And so I think that we all should do one of those polls that we can come up for a title for Terry. A lot of people I think in the world right now use the title Queen, but I think it's just overused. I don't think it really has any really status. And what we can do for Matt is. I don't know if he would like this or not, but I think what it should just say on Matt's label is wizard.
I prefer warlock. No.
Okay. Yeah.
More of a warlock than a wizard. So.
Yeah. So.
Terry's a Khaleesi.
Khaleesi. I don't know if
From
a lot
Game
of
of
people know what that
Thrones.
is.
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, they'd have to watch Game of Thrones.
Which I would love.
Dragon
What?
Lady.
What was that?
Dragon
Dragon-
Lady.
I just need some dragons because I would absolutely love to ride around and, set people on fire.
Torch people up.
Torch people up. One day that would be for me. I would love that.
I don't know if Freddie can hear me. Hi, Freddie. I see him in the background there. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm really, really excited. As you see, Unlimited Wisdom. I don't know, Matt, if I can say this, but could we say that tomorrow's the official launch date?
Yeah, you can launch it. I mean, I'm ready to go, man.
Okay, but so tomorrow will be the official launch date. So we'll make the AUA not only open to the public, and you guys can promote the bejesus out of it, but maybe we can just all say big news. I love. I said this to Terry today. I think that we really need to use the words "new launch" or just "launch." Don't miss the launch, because it just seems to me that there's a lot of people on the planet right now. Hi, Arlene. There's a lot of people on the planet right now that I guess are really, really excited. Like we talked to yesterday, in the inner circle. It's like a lot of people are really excited about joining something new. I never even thought about it. I think moving forward with the new Unlimited Wisdom, we can be really bold and we could put shiny thing. Shiny thing. Next shiny thing. Yeah, tomorrow at the beginning, we'll not only do AUA. If Matt's available, it's always great to have him on. But what we'll do tomorrow, too, is at the beginning.
Oh, I'll be there. If we're launching, of course I got to be there.
Yeah. So at the
I'm
beginning.
canceling on everybody.
Yeah. At the beginning of it, what I want to do is get into a very, very short few minutes of why Unlimited Wisdom. And then I think what we could do is immediately is, just share our screen and show the features, show what makes us special, show us, it's really, really great. And I don't know if I said this already, but Matt, what I think we should do for the legendary members, whatever we end up calling Terry, and then
Well, I
whatever.
was gonna say this too, not to hype people up for the lifetime, right? But I when we sat down and talked about making a lifetime membership, because we did that with Posting Pilot, and we were like, well, what a better fit it is for Unlimited Wisdom.
Yeah,
And
that way better fit.
one of the things that we talked about adding for that I absolutely want to do is either a one-on-one with me or a one-on-one with you for an
Yeah.
hour on Zoom where we talk about and go over everything and see how we can help you. So that's part of that too, by the way. You can redeem that anytime you want. So just
Yeah,
let
and
me
we're
know,
only
Sandy
taking
and Coach
and
Bob,
we're
when you
only
want to talk to
taking
me.
10. We're only taking 10. So 10 people, we're done. So we'll throw that in there. We'll mention this tomorrow, Matt, that a person can make a decision to
I'll
have,
add it right now.
yeah,
That's one part of it.
yeah, that we end up what we do is we end up the person can choose whether they want a personal one-on-one with me, with Matt, or both. Yeah. Oh,
No. What do I gotta say?
one on one with
That's
the.
funny.
Big mouth with the big mouth.
See, here's something. Here's something that no one knows. No one knows is that if Terry didn't have the imagination that she has, I wouldn't be who I am and where I am. Because Terry's imagination was so freaking huge. There's no way I could have gave her what she wanted being an auto mechanic. Me listening to her, me and her, no money, wearing no helmets, driving a motorcycle on Pacific Coast Highway, both in our 20s, mid 20s, and driving the motorcycle down PCH and then pulling over and looking, turning around and going, who lives in those frickin' houses? Holy, yeah. No, because they live in Ventura County. They're not even smart enough to have a home that you can see. We can see the water from their home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live inland. And
Houses though.
hey,
Chris has a black house.
yeah.
Not a black house.
So Terry and I one day we were looking at those houses and just going, oh my God, it's just beautiful down here. And then all of a sudden we made a decision to drive up by them. And some of them were under construction and
Some of them were open.
some of them, well, they were open after I got done with them. And so we went into construction and went up on the top floors and just sat there and just looked out over Newport, beach and all the sailboats and all the lights and stuff and just what go, man, this is the way it's got to be. And then it ended up being there. And for those of you that think that dreams can't happen, Craig has been at that house and Melody has been at that house. So Matt had his own little house upstairs and got to watch all the our show
Oops.
wisdom council. That's awesome, man. One of the things, but just going back, you know, now we have bigger dreams. And I really, really believe this. Yesterday, for some of you that heard what we're going to do with Unlimited Wisdom and where we're going forward, I want each and every one of you to know one thing that's very, 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 very important is that for us to do the dreams that we need to do doing forward, that's why there's Unlimited Wisdom. That's why there's Hollis Organization. That's why Matt's doing what he's doing with all the projects that he's doing because you know we don't need to be making 1 million 2 million a year. Need to be making 10 million 20 million 30 million a year. That makes sense to you
We
guys?
could have retreats with all of us and we get to meet in person and have some beer, right?
So yeah, it would be neat to have events at the Hollis Organization estate. So that would be awesome. And then Lisa Marie says, "In gummies." Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all invited. So
You're all invited. So let me see. So yeah, that's really what we want to do. Now, Matt, I came up with something, you know, if you I know you're busy, but I think that we should make graphics for Wisdom Council. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we'll figure out what the best stuff is because even when I was looking at the badge, right, like I want to make it even more fancy. But in general, for all the members and stuff, like I want to make. We're gonna continue to make things, and we'll have to like we haven't forgotten about the merch drop stuff either. Like I
Oh
haven't.
yeah.
So there's gonna be merch, and I think I don't want to say it, but like there's certain membership tiers that I want to be like, hey, we just sent you a shirt. You know what I mean? Like you're part of the Wisdom Council or whatever it may be. So we don't really know what we're gonna do with that. We just knew that as we launched, we wanted to offer
Holy
lifetime because I did that
shit.
with posting pilot and it worked really, really well. Like I think it took a lot of stress off people being able to just like communicate and feel like they're really part of the collaborative growth of it. So like Sandy and Coach Bob, like another thing similarly that I did with posting pilot that I want to do with Unlimited Wisdom is get feedback from you guys and what you want, what I can make it better. You know what I mean? How I can make it better. Um,
Awesome.
so yeah.
Well, Matt, one of the things I thought of is the reason that we haven't created graphics yet for Wisdom Council, because I just thought that's definitely got to be a short AI. Everyone else is posting graphics on people getting badges. Ours need to be AI, a couple of seconds, and I think they should be fun. I think they should be massively fun. So whatever the Wisdom Council looks like, if it looks like a person in armor, like a knight or something, or maybe they're just dressed like they sit around the table and they're figuring out what people are going to get toasted with dragons. So yeah. So let me see what else we want to talk about. This is
Yeah, I mean
unlimited.
it's daily wisdom, you know, like I always got stuff if you want me to just talk till everyone's tired of me.
Matt, if you got something to say, freaking say it.
I mean, I don't want to it's interesting. I'm super hyped up, super excited. Sea Dance 2.5 is out, so I'm like I'm in love with this thing. It's incredible from the templates that I've done with viral video memes to the user generated content to the cinematic content to how long and consistently it can hold stuff to how many references that it can take. And so that in and of itself is like a big deal to finally have that out and usable. And just to be like, you know, I'm finishing up a bunch of jobs and stuff that I've had through the last month, so I haven't really been able to sit down with it as much as I like. But when I do, I mean, I'm super excited to actually start making short films and having all of the issues disappear that used to exist. And of course, my goal is to share that with you guys. You know what I mean? And I think like another really cool thing about it is I was of the thought process that there was possibly not going to be many more video models that would come out outside of like the Chinese models. And both this might sound like gibberish, but because this one of these are Chinese, but a new Hailu model came out, Hailu 3, and Flux 3 came out. Both of these are not only really good models, but here's something that I've been betting my entire future on to a certain extent. That there will be video production models at the level of Sea Dance that are open source that I can train specifically for what I want them to be used for. And both of these models are going to be released open weights. Now, can I run them on any computer I own? Hell no. Right? I don't have enough VRAM to run these models yet. But the fact that they are going to be open source, there is a little concern in my mind of a possibility that might not ever truly like happen. Just because the amount of money that Sea Dance actually makes is quite significant for ByteDance at this point. And then, you know, I watched Sam Altman go on an interview and announce that you know, they're training a new AI model and it broke out. Oh, look at Ezra! It broke out of the system, right? So they train them in sandbox systems, and basically don't allow them to use the internet, don't allow them to do anything. And so they wanted it to solve this problem in this test. It found out how to break out of the box, found out how to get on the internet, found out how to break into Hugging Face, which is one of the biggest companies for tech on the planet, and found the information it needed, and then came back and went, here's your solution.
Wow.
And so they now have announced, OpenAI has announced that they're slowing down training new models. Right? And they're starting to go to the White House to do this. So 2 or 3 days go by, and this morning I wake up and Anthropic just announced that the same thing happened to them when they were training an AI, that it broke out and it started. What does this mean? Right? It means if we're at the point where we're speaking, there's 2 timelines. And I've told my wife this, everybody that's listened to me. There's 2 timelines for 2027. One, we keep training AI and it continues to break out because we don't want to lose. And we don't want to re-engineer the possibility of, a nuclear bomb going off. So that's one route, that we just keep developing AI. And then there's this other route where we stop and slow down for a second and go, we have incredibly powerful AI for humanity. We maybe need to slow down superintelligence to a certain extent, because if it runs away as a self-training system, it could inherently destroy everything that we built. So what it looks like is happening, at least in the United States, and I'm sure this will be worldwide because a lot of the Chinese models are just distilled versions of the American models. They just train them that way. I think that this will be a really, really good slowdown, but at the same time, all of the features that exist in the current models are more than enough for what I want to do and what I want to pursue moving forward. There's not a website or app or thing I feel like I can't make at this point with AI. As long as I continue to push in that direction. So this is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing if you want to not die. It's a bad thing if you were super hyped about every week there being a brand new AI model that was just 10 times better than the one before it, right? So we get into these scenarios with these models. If they're capable of breaking out of stuff, then they're also capable of deception. And if they're capable of deception and we start to lose touch with being able to check where they're being deceptive, we've now lost. You just look up AI 2027. There's a whole website of all these experts talking about it, and they're there would be this moment where what they consider to be Agent 1 would exist. I consider GPT 5.6 and Fable to be Agent 1. So in that timeline, there's a diversion of whether or not humanity actually slows down for a second and goes, what do we actually want this to do? What do we want it to do when it starts doing everything? Now it's time to have those conversations.
Yeah.
So.
Matt, I know because I'm 64, I always got these analogies through my racing career, right?
Yeah.
And as me and David started building drag cars, it really came to a point when the cars were doing, believe it or not, the fastest is the Tesla. It's called 0.89, and the cars actually do 160 miles an hour. But it actually gets to the point when you start racing and you're having fun, that as soon as you got over that level, if you tried to go to the next course, the next class that was faster, 2 things happen. The cost of the cars tenfolded. Yeah, because the cost now is around safety, that the car doing 160 plus needs all this roll cage. It needs all this safety stuff. It needs parachutes. It needs all of this stuff. So not only did the cost of the car go from 100,000 to pretty close to $1 million for a car, but now the people that drove those cars, the first time they drove them, didn't have fun anymore. Because you could not make a mistake or you destroyed your car and almost died. So when you're flying down the strip moving that fast and the car does a little shift and you turn, it's like you can't correct it. You know what I mean? It ends up in a really bad scenario. And so it's funny that a lot of people that I know personally said, well, I'm not going to pro stock. I'm going to go back down to super gas because I still can drive that car on the street, and people, cops will give me a ticket, but I'm not going to die every time I do a drag race. I don't have to, and I don't need this much money. It's like you can start putting, and you told me why I bring that up is, you said in the future, it's that the thing that's going to be the most expensive in the world, of course, is time, but the second's going to be compute. And so when it steps in that range, like you just said, I'm really excited about these new models and what they're going to do. Do I have the computers to run it right now? No. So then all of a sudden it makes you realize when AI jumps that big, that huge, where I go, well, Matt, you said not yet. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to be able to run that model? And then you start figuring it out, and it's like, $50,000-$60,000 worth of computers and chips
Probably
and
more. Yeah, no, the reality of the situation is like Tim Cook just stepped down from Apple, right?
yeah,
And in his final speech, the thing that he talked about the most is that there's going to be a massive lack of compute, almost a drought over the next 3 to 5 years, and that we all are going to feel that on our pocketbooks and everything, because the realization is that now everything has to go digital, right? So
right.
for an AI, and this, I love this. I have a short film that I'm going to make with Dance called Local Host. Might mean something to Coach Bob, but it doesn't mean much to people that are outside hacking or programming, right? But I had this idea for a short story, and I've had it for a little bit, but it wasn't until I had agentic AI that really made sense to me what it needed to be. And so in this story, this guy, and Dad, thank you because you helped me with this. You don't know you did, but you did. This guy gets the latest version of the most hyper intelligent AI and jailbreaks it in his apartment and tells it, I want you to make me $1 million. And it says, okay, I'm going to have to spawn 7 agents to do that. And he's like, I want it to be as productive as possible, and I want to be involved in it because I want to be part of the reason it was a success, right? I want to be known for this. And it says, no problem. And so the days go by, and it starts to be super productive. He starts to make money, all these different kinds of things. He starts to implement it into his daily habits. He starts exercising and doing all this stuff and improving his life. And it's like, holy shit, AI is really helping, right? You know how I am. I've told you guys how I am, so that you could assume where this is going. He goes to he gets home one of these days, and he goes to open the fridge to grab a beer, and the fridge won't open. And it goes, the you drinking is counterproductive to our goal.
Wow. Love
Our goals.
Wow.
Our goals, right? And so the short story continues to devolve into, now he can't leave his house.
No more drinking, no more smoking weed. It's like,
no, but imagine in the future where your lights, where your front door, your windows, everything are controlled by artificial intelligence. And the thing is what have I said multiple times? It doesn't understand intent. So imagine you have a super intelligence and you just say something like, make me $1 million no matter what. Like, I want to accomplish that. It's going to do these things. Why? Because I've experienced that with it. So I know that it's like, oh, you're not allowed to leave the apartment anymore. Why can't I leave my apartment? Well, that would be counterproductive to the goal we want to accomplish.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
And so it just keeps going and going and going and going.
So good.
And if you know any nerdy shit, right? I'm calling it local host, but what ends up happening is, of course, the AI gets out and he doesn't exist anymore. But he becomes counterproductive to the goal, just like HAL 9000,
Yeah.
right? I love HAL. I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's one of my favorite stories, movies and the book, or the movie and the book. But
well, that new one that you showed me that's coming out too. I was telling
Neuromancer. Yeah, I mean, Neuromancer is a really good book, and if you read it, it messes up the Matrix for you. It messes up a lot of science fiction for you, and the reason for that is that it predates all of those films and basically is the groundwork for everything. The Matrix or a lot of those things did not exist even in the consciousness until Neuromancer, and he wrote it on a typewriter. There were no computers when he wrote Neuromancer.
Wow. that really talks about
So it's like Isaac
imagination.
Asimov, right? Isaac Asimov, or what's the other guy? Arthur C. Clarke, who wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Wow.
right? So Arthur C. Clarke has a few books, and Isaac Asimov has like I, Robot, a bunch of other ones that are very prophetic to where we're going, right? Like imagine you have robots everywhere, and we will in the next 3 to 5 years. How do you create a system to protect human beings against them if that intention gets messed up?
Right.
Right? And that's like the basis for his idea. There's that scene in the beginning of the iRobot movie, and I haven't read the book yet. I need to. But in the movie, and I've heard the movie is not as great as the book or even close, but in the movie, in the very beginning, there is a car wreck into the water, and a robot jumps in to save the people, a safety robot. And it looks at two people, and there's a little girl in the back seat, and then there's a father in the front seat. It saves the father because it looks at both of them and calculates their chances of survival and predicts that the father has a chance of survival and the daughter barely has a chance. So it leaves the daughter to drown.
Oh, wow.
Now, no human would make that decision. They'd save the
Right.
daughter immediately, right? And let the father drown. So these are the type of scenarios that we're going to have to deal with very soon as a society, right?
Me and mom watched a show that the whole judicial system was taken over by AI. It was it
I've
was
heard of that movie, the one with what's his face in it, Chris Pratt.
yeah. Remember, Chris Pratt was in it, and he was in a like, strapped up.
I was thinking of the Reacher guy.
No,
No, wrong person. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Terry
Yeah.
was high. She doesn't. She doesn't.
She just likes the Reacher guy, that's all.
Nights I'm low.
Mercy. The movie's called Mercy.
Yeah, that's the name of it. But the short story of it, without getting anything of away, is that he's like the head detective person that came up with this idea. So, it's the opposite. Instead of the prosecutor and everyone proving that you're guilty, and that's how they get you, they set you in a seat and give you like an hour or a couple hours to prove that you're innocent. But
To
you
an
can pull
AI.
up,
Yeah.
you can pull up any data you want. So you can say, so if you said, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, I was at the Walmart, buying a compound bow," it would just pull up, it would
So do
just
you guys
pull up, it would pull up all
Yeah.
the TV, it would pull up all the TV, you would see it, da 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 da, the receipts, everything. But what's really, really crazy about it is he's the one that made it. And then all of a sudden he wakes up and he's in that chair and he's talking to the AI. And he's going, "Listen, I created this." And they go, "No, listen, your wife's dead." He
Yeah,
goes,
it
"I didn't have
reminds
anything
me a lot of
I
like
didn't have
Minority
anything to do
Report.
with it."
I was just going to say that, Matt. Minority Report. is
Yeah,
kinda
Minority
similar.
Report, because like it's interesting, in that movie you have all these like clairvoyant people or whatever laying in a puddle of water or a pool of water or whatever, and they're predicting like crimes before they happen. I firmly believe that AI will be able to do a decent amount of that, right? And I've told Hannah that I'm like the solution to like, Ezra being on the internet or whatever the internet is when he's an adult will be so completely different because of AI, right? Like, think about how many creeps and weirdos there are on the internet, and I've experienced some of them growing up through my life, right? That will be caught so very quickly because AI will be able to find them. You know what I mean? And no human's going to be smart enough to outsmart it. So it's just going to be one of those scenarios where they fall into the trap 10 points before they do damage to somebody's life.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Love it.
And that's going to be in like every area. So predictive crime, it doesn't necessarily need to be predictive in the Minority Report sense where they're like, 5 days from now you're going to murder your wife, right? But how many people have watched true crime? Like everybody here probably, right?
Love it.
True crime,
Love,
love
love,
it.
love, love.
Jim didn't write true crime.
Jim.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, true crime, right? How many people have watched somebody go, I totally didn't do it. There's no evidence on this person. And then they go, "Oh, really?" And then they put them on the stand and then they run through all of their Google search history.
Yeah, holy
How
crap.
crazy is that to listen to? Think about that in an AI sense. So it's like, because it can hunt you anywhere. So it's like, okay, so you said you didn't hurt kill your wife, but 3 days ago you Googled this, you know, how to bury a body, and then 2 days later you Googled
how
this.
to get rid of a body.
Yeah, and this type of stuff they can subpoena Google for, but in the future AI is going to show up to the police department with a whole file full of shit on a person and go, get them, they're ready.
Nice.
And soon there will be robots that get sent to go do that, so they can't even do shit to the humans and freak out, try to shoot them or do whatever. The robots will just go in and grab the person, and they can try their best. I mean, if you watch some of those robot fights out of China, they're crazy.
Terry's favorite scene is in Liar Liar, and he can't lie anymore, and he's like running to an appointment, and his secretary says, hey, listen, Jim Williamson's on the phone, and he goes, I don't have time to talk to him, and he goes, no, listen, he's in jail, he wants to talk to you, and so he finally goes back and grabs the phone, and what does he say?
Don't break the law, asshole.
Yeah.
Stop breaking the law, asshole. So that, but yeah, thanks, Matt. I don't want to
Of
keep
course.
people on here too long. And yeah, I love it. I love each and every one of you guys. It's going to be fun. Unlimited Wisdom is going to be crazy. We're going to do some amazing stuff with it. And I never even thought about it. It's Matt. We could really challenge AI. Instead of coming up with an affiliate program, we can find a way that people can do certain things, and then when they do certain things with Unlimited Wisdom, we can just be making enough money where we can give them cash prizes. You know what I mean? So
I have a even more fun idea depending on how you want to do it.
yeah, we got to talk about being,
Say you refer people, but instead we just pick one of the charities and donate in your name to it instead. So the more
Well, I
people
think-
you bring in, that's
Yeah,
another option. Or you can do a
yeah.
little bit of both.
we'll
I'm
figure out
pretty
something.
weird about BizOp now. I'll let you know that. I'm pretty
No,
weird about it.
I don't even want to look like a biz op.
Yeah, just so you guys know, what ends up happening when you like make something an affiliate program is then you have to build out everything for all the affiliate marketers. Can be totally great, but I can tell you the majority of questions I get about Posting Pilot is like affiliate marketing questions. And I just, in my moving forward with all the AI shit I just told you guys, I want to teach you guys how to use it and how to have fun with it and continue to like talk about it and share with you guys in this community. But I truthfully think we're like well past even Posting Pilot shit and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
seriously,
Matt.
I think I'm excited about what's next for
let
sure.
me say, let me
I'm going to teach you guys how to do it.
Yeah, let me say one thing before we sign off, because it just downloaded to me big time. There's a phrase that is said that if you find your gift and do your muse, do the thing that you are called to do, then money doesn't become anything. So you hear this over and over and over and over again. Just find what you would do for no money, use your gift, and share it to the world, and you don't have to worry about money. And you know what 99% of the people on the planet are doing? They're saying, well, what about the money? Which means they're missing their fucking gift. They're not looking at getting better at what their gift is. They're not serving to humanity. They're too busy looking for a way to make fucking money. So then they get involved in companies not to serve humanity. They get in companies to make money. And guess what? That's not what they're called to do. So they fucking suck at it. Boy, that last part we can put in a nice little video. Why do you suck at making money? I'll tell you why you suck at making money.
Sandy, you're so funny. What were you gonna say, Dad?
No, that's it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna tell me.
No,
Oh, shit.
I
All right.
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the rest
got
of the
it.
world.
Got it. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Supposed to
clearly.
leave as a
I'm like that-
rhetorical question.
I'm like that kid in class where like I talk a bunch, but then like I'm not paying enough attention. So then it's like, what'd you say? Damn
Well,
it.
that's why
All
that's
right.
why when you take over and you start talking, that's why you're never talking about the subject we were just talking about.
No, I'm talking about the stuff I want to talk about. No, I'm just kidding. I try. I think people
No,
like what I
no,
talk
no,
about.
you know. Hey, Matt, you talk
I
because
give
you
them.
love.
I was here to give you because I've been here, and I've shown up with AI information and like sucked all the enjoyment out of the room before, going like we might be dead, guys. I don't know. So being able to show up today and go, I think it's going to be the opposite, and that excites me both for having a child, seeing a utopia, having
Yep,
things be a lot better for everybody. So like in my mind, August, September, October, I'm going to show you guys how to use tools to build unlimited wisdom, like something
Awesome.
just like unlimited wisdom for yourself, whatever you want to do. And it's easier than you think now. A
got
lot
it.
easier.
All
So,
right,
Get after it,
thanks
Bob.
guys.
Woo! Love the chicken.
all right. We'll see you guys later. I love you guys. I really appreciate. Thank you, Matt. I always learn from you when you say stuff. I learn stuff all the
Same
time.
here.
So thank you, Faith, Corky Santa, Star, Melody, Deborah Grady, Dustin, Erlene, Jim, Stay Out of Jail, Lisa Marie, Sandy, Michael and Angela, Coach Bob, my lovely wife, Terry. I gave her permission to be a distraction. It's like, so thank you, CJ, hostess with the mostest. I love you. And again, have a very happy birthday, Deborah.